Why, hello, replay viewers. Let's see who tunes on in. Good to see you, Jack. Good to see you, Chalady, and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ooh, really cool shot. Good to see you, Alex. Going to your neighborhood, Alex. Good to see you, Suman. Welcome. Looks like we're going to get a sunset out of this. Holy cow. Johnny Mocha, good to see you. And Jazz Dog, welcome. Blondie, Happy New Year, Blondie. Julissa, welcome. Sticks and Stones, doing great, man. Hopefully you are doing great. Let's walk over Brooklyn Bridge. Got nothing else to do today. Good to see you, Jim. I have nothing else to do today, so I said, let me walk over Brooklyn Bridge. Good to see you, boss. Welcome. Shall we walk the Brooklyn Bridge? Then we got to ramble about Lower Manhattan. I don't know where today's going to take me. Good to see you, CB. Good to see you, Edward. Welcome. Good to see you from Florida. That's right, it's my job. That's right, Jim. Good to see you there, John Lore. Good to see you, Cowboy Coney. Phyllis, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. This will be my first return in a new year to Manhattan. Good to see you, Gorgon. Good to see you, 4K. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, Stuart. Hello from Lockdown, UK. There you go. Well, let's go for a walk, Stuart. Let's go for a little walk. And hopefully catch a pretty sunset. Good to see you, Michelle. Good to see you, Brenda. Welcome. Let's go over the Brooklyn Bridge. Let's go over Brooklyn Bridge. I said to myself, I gotta make a video today, but what am I gonna do? And then I saw the clouds and I was like, we're not even gonna get a sunset today? But then I saw a glimpse of hope. And I think this glimpse of hope may be just. Good to see you, Shar. Happy New Year. So I think we might get a nice sunset view. Let's see if we catch any tourists behaving badly on the bridge. Who loves you, baby? Good to see you there, Crusader. I actually watched an episode of Kojak today. One of my favorite episodes where they're chasing somebody into Central Park. And the shots that were actually shot here in New York, it was a rainy day. But the shots they used in a Los Angeles park were shot in the middle of a beautiful sunny day. It's so ridiculous. Like this, the high-speed car chase scenes, like in the rain, they're driving over big puddles. And then they get to the park and they actually get the criminal. And it's a beautiful sunny day. Go figure that one out. Oh, Kojak. Even Kojak was scared of New York in the 70s. Even Kojak was nervous. Good to see you, Robert. Yeah, Kojak is a TV show. Good to see you, Mario. You need beers when I'm driving the train? Maybe. Good to see you, CM. Die Hard 3, great movie. Die Hard with, we will be passing by some Die Hard with a Vengeance filming locations. Good to see you, Lorraine. There's the finger, that's right. Let's get up on my office. No beers tonight. Yeah, maybe except for people from Amsterdam, maybe. Good to see you, Wilbs, driving that Northern Line. Good to see you, Donna Marie. Welcome. Ooh, it looks like we have people on the bridge. That's right, Jazz Dog. Who loves you, baby? Looks like we have people on the bridge. Let's see what kind of crowds we have here on the bridge. Why is there a statue of an arm? That is was unveiled about a year and a half ago. Piece of art, no special meaning. Exactly, John. Good to see you, Lorna. Yeah, I heard full lockdown over there in UK. Hang in there. Luckily here in New York, we have a stay-at-home order, a little bit different than lockdown. But who knows? Well, you're here walking the bridge with me now, Wilbs. Good to see you, Marley. Welcome. Hold on, let me put on my live stream glove. It is cold. Live stream glove deployed. Good to see you, Josh. Do I have a Payoneer account? I don't have a Payoneer account. I do have a PayPal account, though. If you would like to donate to the live stream. If you want to donate to the live stream, tips are always appreciated. PayPal.me/Dutchmoz. Let's get up onto this bridge. Because at least we have a pretty sky. At least we're going to have a pretty sky. Maybe not a dramatic sunset, but a pretty sky. You'll be getting the vaccine by the end of January. Nice. I'll see you later, Wills. Be safe out there driving that Northern Line. Luckily, no tourists behaving badly here. This is where they usually try to cross the highway, right here. Luckily, no tourists crossing the highway today. I've actually seen somebody get hit by a car here, and I saw somebody get hit by a car and fly here. That was the more scary one when the guy went flying. I warned him. He said, "Go fuck off." And I was like, "Sure." And the next thing you know, I hear the peep of his wife scream, and I turn my head and I see his body flying through the air. But luckily he got up, and he was supposedly fine. I didn't believe that. Good to see you, Patrick. Guten Tag, Germany. As we make our way onto the Brooklyn Bridge. Good to see Kaios Gaming TV. When did that happen? About 2 years ago. About 2 years ago. I was doing a walking tour here on the bridge. And yeah, it wasn't cool. It wasn't fun. I never like seeing people get hurt. Yeah, I don't like seeing people bounce off all other people's cars. Kind of unsettling. As we make our way onto the 137-year-old Brooklyn Bridge. Oh, wow. Look at that view. Look at that view. We lucked out. Good to see you, Brian. No, he did not apologize to me afterwards, but I did call an ambulance for him, which he quickly declined when it showed up. Tourists are funny sometimes. Yeah, terrible. That's terrible, CB. Yeah, car accidents tend to be the worst. Wow, beautiful sky. We lucked out here. Folks, if you're going to come to New York City and you know you're not going to be kind of far away from people, especially here on the Brooklyn Bridge where you cannot socially distance, please wear a mask. Literally on a packed subway train, traveling up here, everybody wearing a mask, and then I see that lovely couple. Ridiculous. Yeah, car accidents are not fun. Little chilly out here, but luckily it's not too windy. Maybe a little bit windy up on the bridge. Looks like we have a crosswind up on the bridge coming up from the northwest. That's right. That's right, Johnny. That is correct. All right, 4:25, just about 8 minutes away from sunset. Yeah, fabulous view. No, not a long walk ahead. I do this tour all the time. Good to see you, Sandy. I do this tour so often. I don't consider this a very long bridge. Now, the new Tappan Zee Bridge, that's a hike. That is definitely a hike. Don't stare at a New Yorker, folks. He may give you the wacky eyes. 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Three degrees Celsius. Thank you, Watchtower, for the weather tech check. But between the two towers, it's exactly 1,600 feet long. Yeah, really cool view coming up. I think we lucked out today. I think we lucked out. Well, here's a little something normal. We have vendors on the bridge. That's always nice. Pietro, buongiorno, Italy. Wow, a lot of people walking the bridge. Wow. Now, considering that this is probably one of the few things you could do in New York right now, not surprising that many people are up here walking the bridge. A beautiful view. Ciao. Ciao, Pietro. Ciao. Welcome to the show. Yeah. I don't know, it's a mix between junk and okay stuff. There's another guy vlogging from the bridge too, great. That's very bad live streamer etiquette there, Crusader. Everyone tune into that other guy. Everyone tune into that other guy. Yeah, quality sky today. We're about to lose the sun right now. I think this is it for our sunset. Exactly, Ben. Good to see you. I try to go over the bridge in both directions. Awesome, Nathaniel. Good to see you, Miss Glee. Welcome. Awesome, Crusader. Good to see you, Miss Cecilia. Good to see you, Kiki. You know, people are, that guy just intentionally, the guy to my left intentionally tried to walk directly into me just now. And I gave him the craziest effing look. Make sure I don't get hit by a bicycle here. Wow, they're just taking over the pathway here. like they live here or something like that. Holy shit. Sometimes the chat bursts. Good to see you, John, and Sveta in Armenia. Good to see you there at W2. Welcome. A quick hello from W2. Good to see you, ABX girl. Wow, look at that sky. Wow. I wish I was here about 10 minutes earlier. Good to see you, Jonathan. I wish I was here like 10 minutes earlier. Yeah, pretty cool looking. Underneath the clouds. Ten minutes, right? Okay. Yeah, that wall of clouds, I think, has it. I think that wall of clouds, it's a done deal. I don't think we're going to get to see much of anything after this. But at least we got something. Let's get to the middle of the bridge. Let's get to the middle and see what it's like. Clouds are looking all right, yeah. A little bit of color. Nothing too crazy though. Oh, awesome! Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed the ridiculous train simulator. That's what we do when we got to stay inside. So what gang controlled Manhattan back in the day? There was a few. There was a few. It depends on what era you're talking about. Yeah, the World Trade Center color is pretty nice. Nothing too crazy though. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen with the sun and the clouds. Lorraine Paul with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Lorraine, for the $5. Lorraine just bought my subway fare out here. Do I know any good car driving simulators? Gran Turismo. Yeah, John, it's one of the greatest walks in the world, the Brooklyn Bridge. As David McCullough, historian, once said, it's like walking on the rim of the Grand Canyon. Nobody should miss it. And the fact that it's a man-made experience makes it all the better. Wow. Wish you had a little bit more color, a little bit more sun. Franceschi from Mexico City. Bienvenidos. Feliz Año Nuevo. So John Augustus Roebling designed it. And just a few months into the construction of the Brooklyn Bridge, John Roebling is doing survey work with his son Washington Roebling at the foot of the Fulton Ferry Pier. The ferry was coming into dock. John Roebling stepped back to let the boat dock. Unfortunately, his foot fell through a broken wooden plank. His foot then gets wedged in the piece of wood. The ferry comes in, crushes his foot, and then his son Washington Roebling has assumed all the roles of building the Brooklyn Bridge. Good to see you there, Valicio Fernando in Brazil. Happy New Year. So the father designs it, the son, I have to say Washington Roebling, he places the bridge here where it is right now. But then Washington Roebling is nearly killed. He is working in the foundation for the Brooklyn Tower. And just 8 months into construction of the bridge, he succumbs to the bends. Back then they called it Caisson's disease because they had really no idea what was going on. So for the rest of the bridge's construction, he is relegated to his bedroom over in Brooklyn Heights, where he surveys the construction from his bedroom window. So who really builds the Brooklyn Bridge? Washington's wife, Miss Emily Warren Roebling. At first, she just does simple dictation work here on the job site and transmits that back to her husband in Brooklyn Heights. But then over the years, she becomes fluent in advanced mathematics, architecture, anything you need to know to build this bridge. She basically self-taught herself all these disciplines under the guidance of her husband. It was also very famously said that she was a soother of hurt souls. Whenever arguments broke out between the architects and the engineers, she was the one who calmed them down and reminded them that the focus was on completing this bridge. Miss Emily Warren Roebling was also the first person to cross over the bridge. On May 21st, 1883, she rides over the Brooklyn Bridge in a silver and white open carriage, and she was cradling a rooster. The rooster was a symbol of victory. Then after that, she declared the bridge to be open on May 24th, 1883, and we had a big party. Nearly 14.5 tons of fireworks were released from the bridge in a fireworks show that lasted nearly 3 hours. Kind of amazing. Very chaotic, beautiful experience from what I've read. The middle bridge moves. Oh yes, it's a suspension joint in the very middle of the bridge, yes. Sisters are doing it for themselves indeed. Oh, absolutely, Josh. It was an amazing thing. And, you know, since it was the 1870s, they did not address Emily Warren Roebling as ma'am or miss. They talked to her as if they were talking directly to Washington Roebling. So they called her him, or sir. Renato Buongiorno, Italy. One of the seven modern wonders of the world. One of the 7 modern wonders of the world. The Brooklyn Bridge. Kind of amazing. There's skyline right there. Thank you so much, Kiki. Yeah, the technology was, everything was steam, Gorgon. Everything was steam. So the concrete was mixed with steam. The large stones that comprised the towers were lifted with steam. This is one of the first bridges in the world to use steel. This is one of the first bridges in the world to be electrified with Thomas Edison's electric light bulb. Blondie 1025 with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Blondie, for the $5. Much appreciated. All right, half my 6-pack of beer is paid off of. We got the subway fare. We got have a 6-pack of beer. This is a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much, guys. Que pasa? Good to see you, Cynthia. Welcome. So, the Brooklyn Tower of the Brooklyn Bridge does rest on bedrock, roughly 32 feet below river bottom. When the engineers were doing test borings for the Manhattan Tower of the Brooklyn Bridge, they found out that they would have to sink the caisson to the appalling depth of 107 feet below river bottom. How many people were going to die? Roughly 30 men died in the Brooklyn Foundation alone. As they kept on digging deeper and deeper, they noticed that the sand and the rock that was at the bottom of the river was getting more and more compressed. It was getting so compressed that they had to use gunpowder to break it up. So They take a huge gamble. Washington Roebling takes a huge gamble, and I quote, "I find this strata of sand perfectly suitable for a foundation for my Manhattan Tower. I'm quite confident it has never shifted in several million years." And he was correct. So to this day, the Manhattan Tower of the Brooklyn Bridge does not rest on bedrock, but on sand, roughly 19 feet short of bedrock. Kind of amazing. Good to see you, Rot Jong. Welcome. I love my Brooklyn Bridge. Crazy sky out there. Statue of Liberty right down below over there. If you did not know, here's your Statue of Liberty with the Staten Island Ferry right in front of it. Stuart Johnson with a £5 super chat. Thank you so much, Stu, for the £5. I'm glad you find my ramblings entertaining as always. A student of history indeed, yes. I'm a tour guide, so I love telling these stories over and over again. And if I make people like Stuart out there entertained, then my job is more than fulfilled. So thank you so much. Good to see you, John M. out there in London, doing great, walking the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm walking the Brooklyn Bridge here. This is the best thing in the world. Look how chroma key. Look at how the One World Trade Center is like. It almost looks like it's in black and white with the colors. It's like chrome. It's like chrome. Good to see you, Latasha, down there in the great state of Florida. Welcome. I love how One World Trade Center just blends into the sky sometimes. Well, I don't do walking. Remember that I'm not a walker live stream. I'm kind of a tour guide, and I only work here in New York City. But I would love to do a walk around, maybe St. Augustine, Florida, or Chicago, Boston. You miss your hometown? Well, you hear thanks to the power of the internet. Yeah, it reflects the sky beautifully. You want to welcome Daniel? Yeah, I wouldn't consider myself a walker because I do kind of try to spice it up other than just merely walking. I do tend to walk the same spots here in New York. Many people have jumped, Mario. Many people have jumped. Probably the most famous person to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge was Steve Brody, because nobody knows if he actually jumped off the bridge. Impressive you indeed, Hummer Sanchez. Welcome. Good to see you, native New Yorker. Oh yeah, the old World Trade Center was quite beautiful, Adriana. Welcome. Yeah, it was designed with that in mind, to kind of melt into the skyline as I begin to accumulate an audience around me. So I've got to keep moving here. I'm accumulating a bit of an audience. Exactly, I'm a free-form content creator because I do more stuff than just merely walking. Here's the extension joint to the Brooklyn Bridge. This gives you an idea of how much the Brooklyn Bridge moves. Good to see you, Cristiano. Thanks for liking my channel. Look at how much oil is on this bridge here. Kind of amazing. This bridge is over-engineered to a factor of 6. Yeah. Every time you see the Brooklyn Bridge, you think of me. That's the beautiful thing. I do not know any Portuguese. All I know is Bom dia, Cristiano. Bom dia, Brazil. That's all the Portuguese I know. As the sights of the city come on. In the old days, the put pig fat on it. Oh, back in the days they put pig fat on it. Yes. Actually, it wasn't pig fat. It was whale fat. It was whale fat. New York is so beautiful. I cannot agree more. Good to see you, Brian Evans. Welcome. Yeah, Chicago architecture is quite beautiful. Yes. Got all the Bryans in the house now. As the lights of the city come on. Number one, you just started to see the lights of the World Trade Center. What was that shiny, tall building to the right? All right, let's go through all the skyscrapers of Midtown, shall we? Roughly how many people cross the bridge a day? During regular times, up to 91,000 people cross every day. And that is counting pedestrians, bicycles, cars, trucks, small trucks, and vans. Magical indeed. Good to see you, Mike Frost. Awesome, in February. Awesome. All right, we'll start out with this ugly building here in Chinatown. We all know this building as the cheese grater, 1 Manhattan Square. But now we're going to zoom in to the buildings of Midtown. And starting out in the center of the screen, you have the Citicorp Center and the light, the red, white, and blue lights just behind it. That's the Bloomberg building. In the center of the screen, the white kind of pyramid-like structure. That is the Chrysler building. One more over to the left in the middle of the screen, that rectangular building. That is 432 Park Avenue. Down there with the white light in the center of it, the black kind of rectangular building, that is the Pan Am building, today the MetLife building. This tall, shiny building in the center of the screen, that is 1 Vanderbilt. 1 Vanderbilt. The very, very thin building sticking out, that is the Steinway Tower, and directly in front of the Steinway Tower, there's a building with a little white ball on top of it. That is your 30 Rockefeller Center. In the middle of the screen now, you have your world-famous Empire State Building, and just behind that, you have your 220 you have your Central Park South Tower. And then the last spire off to the left-hand side, that is number 4 Times Square. So good to see you out there in Beirut. Welcome. It does look like a cheese grater. Good to see you, Francesca. As Fly Now flies over our heads with the people's legs hanging out the side of the helicopter. We've done that on live stream, folks. We have done this on live stream. We have flew over the Brooklyn Bridge with my legs hanging out on live stream. We have done that already. Kind of amazing. What's the one they call the Eye of Sauron? I do not know, Elder. I do not know. I do not know. That could be a building's nickname that I am not familiar with. I think you're enjoying the video there, Fran. I'm enjoying the video too. We've actually got a great view here of Hudson Yards in the center of the screen there with the pyramid on top. That is your edge. Can you name all of downtown? The financial district. Yep, 1 Manhattan Square. Correct, Zach. That's what I just said. I literally just said that. 1 Manhattan Square. The cheese grater building, yes. If you like this nonsense, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's get off the bridge. It's getting a little chilly up here. The winds are beginning to pick up as always after the sun goes down. So let's get down into Lower Manhattan and wander around downtown. Let's see if those Christmas trees are still turned on. Do I feel bored in New York sometimes? Never. How much does a helicopter ride cost? Anywhere from $175 to $375. Beautiful view indeed. Gotta visit New York. It's the Magic City. Melissa asks, what do you look like? Have we ever met? What is the business? Melissa, you can go back a couple of live streams and you can see my face on other live streams. The view right now is too beautiful to put on my face right now. And I do not know what business you're referring to. It's my tour guide business? Look at that beautiful, beautiful view here on the 137-year-old Brooklyn Bridge. Gorgeous indeed, Fran. A little cold up here, though. I'll tell you that right now. It's definitely a little chilly up here. Stunning view indeed. This is right about here. Right about here is where Frank Sinatra sings the song "Brooklyn Bridge" in the 1947 film "It Happened in Brooklyn." Right about there. We're walking right where he sang the song. Isn't she a beauty? Isn't she a queen? Isn't she the loveliest thing you've ever seen? Her paint's a little tattered. Rage took his toll. And then the next slide I always forget. His lead up to the song Brooklyn Bridge in that movie is so epic. And I think I'm going to watch that tonight. And by the way, if you want to see the movie Brooklyn Bridge, It Happened in Brooklyn from 1947, it is available on archive.org for completely free. Down goes the sun. Down goes the sun. Down goes the sun. A photographer's paradise indeed. And people smoking weed up here too. Holy crap. Good to see you, Lewis. Well, considering how windy it is, there has to be somebody in their car smoking because that was very pungent. Well, guess what, Ken? Welcome, Ken Ambience. You are here through the power of the internet. Welcome. As one person walks right past me, Instagram heaven. How funny is that? It's an Instagram heaven. It's an Instagram heaven. Good to see you, Flavius. I just like the mode, right? The lights coming on the city. It's always magical. He does deserve a plaque on this bridge, Josh. He does deserve a plaque on this bridge. Ah, Manhattan, indeed. Ah, Manhattan. Good to see you. Romanian, welcome. And Barchka Kortmaz, welcome. Reminds you of how many folks in what? Oh, there you go, Cynthia, yeah. My favorite place in New York? Yeah, I live here. So I'm contractually obligated to love New York. Good to see you. Merhaba from Turkey. New York, New York. Wow, this proves that there's a lot of people in town. Good to see you, Maria from Athens, Greece. Yasu out there in Greece. Watch your back, folks. Sorry about that. She walked full steam going backwards into the side, into my arm, and I think I might have hurt that woman just now. I'm just gonna keep moving because she did it to herself, and I apologized already. Yasu. Oh, this is my favorite place in New York, Coney Island, Brooklyn. Coney Island in Brooklyn. Manhattan is the greatest. Oh, that's illegal. That's illegal right there. Don't climb the bridge, folks. Hey, they're coming in from more. There's a certain hush over the world. All right. I could feel it. We're going into Manhattan. Can you feel it? Coney Island is so much fun. Just to think, hopefully this year, we're going to get to see some rides get built in Coney Island. Good to see you, Tom Frank. I mean, to think, we may get to see a roller coaster or two get built in Coney Island this year. Good to see you there, RJ, out there in the great state of Colorado. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Do I have any favorite skyscrapers? My favorite skyscraper of all time is going to have to be, this is a hard question because I like a lot of them. I'm going to have to say the Woolworth Building because the Woolworth Building was paid with cash, and the architecture is quite beautiful inside, and if I ever hit it big in the Mega Millions lottery, I will definitely buy the Pinnacle apartment on the top floor. So I would say the Woolworth Building. Yeah, the LIRR Blizzard was fun. Sorry for the crude jokes, though. Good morning, relaxing sounds. Good morning out there in Germany. Right, you too, Kiki. Good to see you, Diane. Yes, references to people's anatomies will not be tolerated, folks. You think I visit New York? You can visit New York, yeah. It might be the Gimble tonight. It might be the Gimble why it looks so clear. Yo. Oh, that's awesome, Kiki. New York or Dubai? New York. New York. Yes, I like exploring downtown better than Midtown. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, Mike. Wow. That's a scary time. You could use an Nathan's hot dog? Me too. Bitch is very strong. It's over-engineered 6 times. Awesome, Cynthia. More than welcome, Pietro. The City Municipal Building right here to my right-hand side, where all the offices of all the members of various city agencies have their offices. That jogger nearly took out that jogger. As the lights of the city come on. Am I going to get vaccinated? Eventually, yes. That seems to be a question that everyone wants to ask lately on live stream. Personally, I think that's the most ridiculous question to ask. Good to see you, Nicola. You went to New York City with some friends back last January. Awesome. I'm glad to bring back some memories. Thank you so much for watching. I try to be a funny person. Just don't get on my bad side. I have no idea what time it is right now. I think it's like 5 o'clock. Good to see you, Cyberpunk. Welcome. Happy New Year, Ann. Welcome. Oh, that's fun. Hitching a ride. Hitching a ride. Hitching a ride. I love it. I love it. I love it. 4:57. I said 5 o'clock. My internal clock is running well. Yeah, be careful with the emojis. Even though I have shut off the emoji thing, it still seems to ban them. They got hit. Who will get hit by a bike? That would have been awesome if they would have got hit by a bike. That would have been awesome. Wow, we got some really rare tourists out here, considering that there's very few tourists in town. Good to see you, Derek. There's our beautiful One World Trade Center to the left, Woolworth Building to the right with the green top. How long is the bridge? I will be careful. The bridge between the 2 main towers is exactly 1,600 feet long. Awesome, Maria. Hopefully everybody will come back next Christmas. You're moving to downtown. Awesome. There you go, Ben. That is a long comment that I am not going to read. Good to see you, Lockdown. Welcome. When I see a big comment like that, you got to remember, guys, when you leave a paragraph long comment, it's very hard for me to read it because I am outside in the street. And this is New York City. There's lots of people around me, bicycles and cars. So try to keep your comments short so that I could respond to them. As we get down towards Lower Manhattan, we're going to see City Hall coming up next once we get over to Center Street. What's my favorite food place in New York? Too many to name. Too many to name. You're more than welcome, man. Too many food places to name. But is my ice cold water guy here right now? Oh my God, my ice cold water guy might be here. Wow, all the vendors are here at the bottom of the bridge. Oh my goodness. That means that there's tourists out. If there's this many vendors, New York City is cozy and sexy, Eduardo. So if there's this many vendors on the bridge in this kind of weather, then there's definitely tourists here in New York. Ni hao. Good to see you there, Yi hao. Yeah, my ice cold water guy is here. All right. Ice cold water, $1. You're doing all right, man. Hanging in there.
You left that one. better.
Yeah, right.
Look like different.
Very different. I'm not working.
Santa Claus.
Thank you. I keep the beard going. Have a good one, man. Stay warm. All right. Get a beard for me, too. Good to see you there, Kat. Get you a pretzel, yeah. That guy, I have seen that guy at the end of so many tours, at the beginning of so many tours. We've both been in the hardcore nonsense here in New York so many times together as people who try to keep New York running. I remember I made him happy one day. He just opened up his stand and I had a walking tour with I think it was 20 people. And everyone, it was a hot summer morning and people wanted water. So he made so much money and he was just opening up. It was a beautiful thing. Hey, the ice cold water guy. Good to see you there. Chowdhury, welcome. I love talking to strangers, but that he's not a stranger to me. That's the ice cold water guy. That's the ice cold water guy. So I've known that guy now for 6 years. Good to see you, Mark, out there in the United Kingdom. Yeah, beautiful views, right? What's my favorite part of Manhattan? Lower Manhattan. Here, this is my favorite spot in Manhattan. I would actually live downtown if I could afford it. That's, of course, if I don't find an awesome place in Bay Ridge. Good to see you, Salma. Welcome. This is New York City Hall, right here. Good to see you, La Villa. Yeah, the architecture down here is just so much more entertaining than Midtown. No, the last building of JNR is currently being taken down. What's my least favorite part of New York? Ocean Hill, Brownsville, Brooklyn. Hello, saludos from Uruguay. Would you be better to live in downtown Brooklyn or downtown Manhattan? I would say downtown Brooklyn now because the new housing stock in downtown Brooklyn is quite high end and quite nice. It's going great, Kat. It's going great. Good to see you, Viral City. This is Lower Manhattan. Good to see you from Mexico. Feliz Año Nuevo. Great live. Good to see you out there in Poland. Welcome. This is called Park Row here. Back in the day, this is where all the newspapers used to be. And this building right here, one of the first fireproof buildings ever. This building here in red is called the Potter Building. Dates back to 1882. Today it is lovely apartments. Oh, awesome, Guggenheim, welcome. Good to see you from Scottsdale, Arizona. As I seem to have accumulated an audience behind me walking, I have decided to turn into the park and I threw them off. When a guy goes, we're not going to follow him in there. Good to see you. Gladys in Puerto Rico. Wepa! To all my Puerto Rican brethren. Hope you all are doing well. Let's break out that Bernil. All right, New York City Hall. Yes, we will go to Wall Street during this live stream. You're more than welcome, Guggenheim. Good to see you out there in Houston. So, New York City Hall, the oldest continuously operating city hall in the United States. The building was completed in 1811, opened up in 1812. Good to see you in Canada, Julianne. Good to see you, Harris, out there in New Zealand. Good morning. Good to see you, Antoinette. There is an amazing ice cream place on the other side of the Brooklyn Bridge, yes. Will I buy a hot dog? No, I'm not in the mood to get a hot dog today. Not in the mood to get a hot dog. I actually already ate. Half of this reason for the walk is to walk off my early dinner. Reminds you of The Walking Dead. Yeah, kind of. Good to see you, Gladys. Good to see you, Angel in Rio de Janeiro. Good to see you, Lorenzo, from San Francisco, California, in Guatemala. Good to see you, Peter Parker in South Africa. Try some cheesecake. I want to go to Junior's, yeah. No New Year's resolutions. Don't have anything planned for New Year's resolutions. Let me adjust some things here. Gotta adjust my mask. Maria Alex Yu with a €20 super chat. Thank you so much, Maria, for the €20 super chat. You love visiting New York. You have happy memories. Awesome. Send a Kanish out to Gilbert, Arizona. You got it, Mike. Good to see you. Everybody loves a Kanish. So why don't you? It did snow and it did melt. Yes, it got very warm after it snowed here in New York. Good to see you from Ireland. Marion Nugent out there in Ireland. Welcome. Just drying off my beard here and readjusting my mask. Good to see you out there in Canada, Gary. Welcome. It is beautiful. It's New York. All right. Mask is fixed. We can continue the tour. So this is City Hall Park. Right here at City Hall Park, there used to be a massive post office here. Not anymore. This fountain here was designed by Jacob Ray Mould. He's the same architect who designed Bethesda Terrace in Central Park. And when they removed the post office that was here, they were like, hey, this park needs a fountain. So they found this fountain along the Grand Concourse in the Bronx. Yeah, current weather, 40 degrees. Junior's cheesecake is the best, yes. Send it to Tucson, there you go. Where's the post office now? They demolished it, so it's no longer here. Good to see you, Catherine. There is another post office right down the block over here, across the street from the World Trade Center. And I think we're going to pass it, because why not? I try to be good, Peter. I try to be good. I try to be entertaining. Good to see you, Terry. Welcome. And of course, my favorite skyscraper of them all. Here's the Woolworth building. The only building in skyscraper history to be paid for its construction in cash. $14.5 million in 1913 money. So does the current World Trade Center have its own postal code? Yes, it does. All 7 buildings, though. Back in the day, only the 2 Twin Towers had their own zip code, but now it's a whole complex. Just like Empire State Building, Hudson Yards has its own zip code, because eventually, when those places get built out to full fruition, they will require that. That is an incredibly long comment that I cannot read. So the old JNR Music World is right here underneath that black scaffolding. That is the last remnant of JNR Music World. This was another part of JNR Music World right down there. This is an apartment house now. And then there was a building here from JNR Music World, which is now a brand new apartment building. So, Derek, I am a professional tour guide. I am licensed by the city of New York. Oh, that's right. Talking about that bakery, Robert. Okay. Oh, that guy almost went down the wrong way down a one-way street. That would have been kind of funny to catch. The sky is beautiful right now. It's the golden hour. Or it was the golden hour. Great that the Twin Towers were there. Now they're gone. Yeah. Twin Towers is one of those buildings that you never thought will disappear. Good to see you, Jonathan. Can I collaborate with another YouTuber called Super? I saw his sub, Jonathan, and I think I will pass on that, Jonathan. I'm sorry. Good to see you, Mike. Great place to shop indeed. Back in the day, yeah. JNR Music World. Good to see you, Feliz. Allow me to say that the LIRR train. Oh, it was chill as fresh, yes. There is Wi-Fi in the subway. I'm going south along Broadway. Which celebrities have I met? I've met many. I have actually worked with celebrities, but my favorite celebrity encounter was Bill Murray outside the front of my home, outside the front of my apartment building. That was my favorite celebrity encounter because I got to talk to him for like 20 minutes. And he was really nice. Never collaborated with Action Kid. I don't think I have enough subscribers to collaborate with Action Kid. But there is St. Paul's Chapel, one of the oldest continuously used buildings here in New York. This building here dates back to the 1790s and is built with Manhattan schist. Am I near West 48th? Am I near West 48th and 7th Avenue? Jihan, I am way downtown, very far from there, about 6 miles. Can I buy something? I don't feel like buying anything today. Once you got a parking ticket on Williams Street, we're going to go down to Williams Street right now, actually. We're going to go down to Williams Street. I love that building too. Let's get off Broadway here and go down the quiet streets. Let's really neander today. Let's really neander. Look at the old JNR. Oh man, so many. Great narrating indeed, Robert. Welcome. Alexander Hamilton is buried behind Trinity Church, and that's at Broadway and Wall Street. Never been to New York. Awesome. Yeah, New York is pretty big. New York is pretty big. Don't show you William Street, bad memories. We'll parallel it. Yeah, JNR's been gone now for 11 years, 12 years. JNR's been gone for a while. I used to go to JNR Music World just to buy hard drives. Some elaborate outdoor dining. Looks like a gym is opened up on the 2nd and 3rd floors. That's good. We'll go along Nassau Street for a few blocks here. Good to see you, Mitzi. What's my best New York City rat encounter? I actually saw a New York City rat crawl up somebody's leg on a subway ride on the, I want to say that was a 4 train back in the day, back in the 90s. It was those days before cell phones. Thank you so much, Meryl. Yeah, that's right. Make sure to give the video a big thumbs up. What's my favorite part of New York City to hang out in? Lower Manhattan. Can I go past 90 Bedford Street where Friends was filmed? That's very far from where I am right now, John. The Carnegie Deli's been closed now for 4 years. How many miles do I walk? I have no idea. Happy 2021, Judith. Welcome. Right as I was about to cross the street here. Right as I was about to cross the street. It's going to be fun to kind of try to navigate around. Well, yep, scaffolding capital of the world. And there is definitely a lot of scaffolding around here. This is Fulton Street, by the way. I don't know. I never tried Eli's bread. Good pizza in Lower Manhattan. This place right here, Joe's, is pretty good. Best deli in Lower Manhattan. That I do not know. That I do not know. Funky Nassau indeed. Yes, it is a mortal sin that there's no more JNR Music World. I have to agree. It is a jungle over here. Yes, it is. Yeah, so this traffic here is a little wacky here, with the van being parked here in the intersection. Traffic's kind of all over the place right now. You tried the bread and it's good. Oh man, I'm gonna have to check that out. Here's a piece of history for everyone who used to work downtown. My mom remembers this place when she used to work down here at Edna Life and Casualty. Who knows how much longer this building is going to exist for, but this old classic neon sign, amazingly enough, is still here. This sign here dates back to the mid-60s, early 60s. Kind of insane. As we walk along Nassau Street here. Nassau Street will eventually become Broad Street in front of the Stock Exchange. Isn't that awesome? Always a concrete jungle. It wouldn't be New York if it was a concrete jungle. Good to see you out there in Germany. Guten Tag, Germany. Good to see you from Chile. Feliz Año Nuevo, Chile. You remember that building? You got some years on you? Yeah. I took a picture of that building and I showed my mom, and my mom was like, wow. Yeah, Little Amsterdam, Nancy, welcome. Little Amsterdam. We're still in British New York right now. We got to get below Wall Street to be in Amsterdam officially. Yes, New York City residents do pay the same as tourists do, yes, for the subway. You remember Lofts and Barron? Yeah, there you go, Ron, yeah. Yeah, it's nice seeing those vintage candy store signs. Always under construction down here. Good to see you there, CM. Have a great night. Yeah, the British didn't scoop up a bunch of settlements around the world over the years. Let's go down Maiden Lane here. Because now we're coming up to the world of Die Hard with a Vengeance now. My favorite Die Hard, right here. Here is the New York Federal Reserve Bank. There is more gold in this building than in Fort Knox. Fort Knox. Ha! It's for tourists. Even Canada bows to the Queen, amazingly enough. Even Canada bows to the Queen. Francis Tavern is still here, Mike. We will see. I will show you Francis Tavern. That's one of my favorite bars downtown. I've been there so many times. Good to see you. Am I back to driving the truck later? Maybe, Joe. If I can't fall asleep, I might drive the truck later. Or the train. I don't know. Good to see you, Lake Nona. Welcome. Good to see you, Moop, out there in Germany. Guten Tag, Germany. Watch out, Ben Bernanke. That's right. That's hardcore right there. 4K, that's hardcore. That's pretty hardcore, 4K.
What are you calling? Yes.
Do I feel like my ancestors colonized? No, my DNA comes from South America and Puerto Rico. So my DNA was colonized many, many generations ago. I'm not Dutch. Yes, I'm not Dutch. Been watching vintage films. Nice, Meryl. I love watching vintage films. Myself. I love watching vintage films myself. So it was. How far am I from Times Square? Oh, about 6 miles to the south. Not going to Times Square today. Yes, in the 70s, there was a Puerto Rican group that tried to blow up Francis Tavern, and they did. They exploded a big bomb in front of it. Just ordered a steering wheel. Nice. Nice, Lockload. Let me know how you like the game, Lockload. Let me know how you like the game. Yeah, 6 miles to the north from here is Times Square. Right now, I am in front of the New York Federal Reserve Bank. How far is Hook and Ladder 8? That I do not know. That I do not know. I won't go to Times Square. No, I won't go to Times Square. You love America starting to grind on you. Well, come on out. Run, baby, run. Nikki Cruz, that's right. So here is the New York Federal Reserve Bank. This is where everything happens in Die Hard with a Vengeance, is right here. Right here where I'm standing. That's right, 4K. Have to agree. This is this building right here. This is the Chase Manhattan building. And then right behind it, you see the green tower, the green point there. That's 40 Wall Street. So Jim Brady's, that's where I used to go drink there back in the day. Jim Brady's is a bar that's been here since the 70s. Maybe even earlier than that. I've been to the Vessel many times. Check out my replays. Been to the Vessel many times on live stream. But here's Jim Brady's. They've been around since 1976. Shown prominently in the movie Die Hard with a Vengeance. You're from South America too. Awesome. What's my favorite place to clothing shop? The internet. I'm very bad at buying clothes. You was here when they were filming? Me too, Joe. Me too. Yeah, all the bars right now are closed because of COVID. Yes. No more indoor dining as of right now. You remember the Blarney? You know the Blarney Stone is still there, Mike. Blarney Stone is still there. Under new management, though. But Blarney Stone was shown in the TV show Kitchen Nightmares. That's just south of the World Trade Center. Right where the entrance to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel is. Yeah, UK goes into lockdown. So I've heard. Hang on in there, folks. Hang on in there. Yeah, Blarney Stone's still there. And it was shown in Kitchen Nightmares. One of my favorite episodes of Kitchen Nightmares, because it was one of those episodes where I didn't really have to do much to get the business back. It's so amazing. Yeah, indeed, Patrick. The Big Apple Irish plane, that's right. We will see the 9/11 memorial, yes. We will see the 9/11 memorial today. Anything below Chambers Street, we're going to see today. You have a curfew, wow. What a wonderful place indeed. Good to see you from Roma, Italy. Buongiorno, Roma. Have I ever been to I've been to the new World Trade Center and the old World Trade Center. I've been to both. Saw the South Tower of the World Trade Center collapse from my roof in Brooklyn on September 11, 2001. Where's the snow last week? It melted. It got very warm, Jurgen. It got very warm. Now it's getting cold again. Now it's getting cold again. Here's my favorite diner downtown, Pearl Street Diner. Looks like they have open outdoor dining here, which is good. I was worried they were going to close because they did sell the land underneath the diner. Do not know how much longer they're going to be staying there for. You're watching from the UK in Manchester, where you're locked up like animals. I'm so sorry to hear that. We have something different here in New York. We have stay-at-home orders. So they haven't issued it yet, but I have a feeling they will in the next coming weeks. Oh yeah, 4K. There's an amazing video on YouTube where there's somebody filming inside the plaza of the World Trade Center when everything was happening. And you hear the elevator music playing over the PA system. And it's scary. Like they play How Deep Is Your Love? And then a song by Billy Joel. And yeah, really scary video. Good to see you, Ben. First time on my channel. Welcome. Good to see you, Debbie. Yeah, 4K. It's really creepy footage. Watched that doc a few days ago. Yeah. Kind of amazing that we all survived that. Oh yeah, Mike, very clear memory. He worked at 5 World Trade. Wow. That was a customs house, right? If I'm not mistaken. 5 World Trade Center was the customs house. Which building would you recommend for the best view of New York City for a first timer? Probably the Edge or the Top of the Rock. You never listened to that song. You saw people, yeah. It was pretty insane, 4K. Good to see you, Debbie. Welcome. Let's see if we got any Christmas trees still up. You work at the World Financial Center. That must have been a nice place to work back in the day. I mean, granted, the mall was completely empty in the 90s. I remember in the 90s, I would roam around that empty mall in the World Financial Center for hours sometimes. Oh, it's terrible. What app am I using to record with? Prism Live Studio. Okay, so we still have our kaleidoscope art. Yeah, I think the street is shut off. Which part of Manhattan would you recommend staying? Downtown. Downtown is a great spot to stay. Oh, they turned off the tree already. That's sad. They turned off the tree already. Ah, I wanted to enjoy the tree at least one more time. That's kind of disappointing. Let's wait right here. And I could tell you about some stuff here while I wait for the light. So we're right now along Water Street, and this is the original coastline of Manhattan Island. So basically everything that's in front of me is built on landfill that was created during the British era. And during the British era, New York comes up to about Fulton Street right here. So this is how far the city develops by the 1770s. Some people keep their living. Yeah, I know. Keep them up until March, I know. I would figure they would keep the tree on until at least Three Kings Day. But right here, see this lighthouse right here? This is the Titanic Memorial. Now this memorial used to be perched on a building, which is now where this building is occupying this space here. But this was a fully functioning lighthouse. It did light up at night. And then you see here on the top, you see there's a ball here on the pole. That will tell the fishermen arriving here to the city, what would happen is every day at high noon, that ball will be lowered from that tower there, from that mast, so that the fishermen could, or the seamen could set their watches to local time. Good to see you, Manny Explorers. Welcome. Welcome, Manny Explorers. But this memorial here was created about 10 months after the Titanic disaster. And actually, look, somebody left flowers here. I hope you're able to come out here too, James. I've got somebody left flowers here. The Puerto Rican connection, yeah. Exactly, Jonathan. Yeah, somebody left a bunch of flowers here, it looks like. New York. Well, oh, take a look at the star. They even took the star off the bill. Wow, this tree looks like it was battered around in the wind. Is it just me or this tree looks like it's leaning? Do I have the OM3 paired with the Bluetooth? No, I never actually paired it with the Bluetooth other than calibrating the gimbal. Whenever I live stream, I don't have it connected via Bluetooth. Yeah, send good thoughts so people can come out here to New York and see my beautiful city. Welcome to the South Street Seaport. A lot of the buildings around us date back to the 1840s and 50s. Yeah, turn the lights back on, yeah. Good to see you, Jeremy. Hopefully the Wall Street tree is still turned on. Do I have a place of my own special place in New York? I have a few special places here in New York, but probably my favorite special place in New York is Fort Tilden in Queens. That's like my private beach. The old cobblestone streets. Yeah, the Seaport, I know the Seaport tree looks like it's like leaning. I think those winds really got to it during one of those windstorms. Let's see, 4K. Let's see if we hit 300. Let's see if we hit 300. So up here on the second floor of the iPic Theater, this is where ESPN has their new glass studio. They already removed the tree in Wall Street for real? Holy cow. That's sad. Me too, Moop. I hope you come out here after the COVID calms down and we all get back to normal. Yes, Fort Tilden is Dutch's secret place. That's right. Only accessible by bicycle. That is my happy place. Good to see you there, Chobuddy. Cannot pronounce your first name, but welcome. Let's see the Brooklyn Bridge here. Let's walk out onto Pier 17 and see the view. Yeah, I know. We're going to see. We're going to see, CB. Yeah, the camera was having a little issue focusing. Yep, the ESPN studios. Yeah, the old West Side Highway was made with cobblestone. Then it started to collapse. I have vague memories of the old West Side Highway. Very vague memories. I actually, every time I see the new boulevard that's built there today, to me it's always like, it feels new to me, even though it's been there now for like 20 something years. Are there any mice? If I see any mice, I'll point them out. That was a big Christmas tree, yeah. Yeah, cobblestone highway. You want to live here? Well, save your nickels, dimes, and pennies. And you can come out here and live here. So this is this ship right here, this is called the Wavertree. Dates back to 1885. Was just in New York, awesome. So these are the kind of ships that built New York during the Industrial Revolution. Today, this ship here is part of the South Street Seaport Museum. And we're in the South Street Seaport. I know, I'm so sorry, CR. Beautiful ship that dates back to 1885. And I have been inside this ship. It's kind of beautiful. Yes, exactly. They moved the ship to New York City with $200 million and $200 in a sleeping bag in 1990, and it's still here. Yeah, no, we're not in Tribeca. We're in the South Street Seaport. We're in the South Street Seaport. We're in Lower Manhattan. You could also say that we're in the financial district. This is how high the water came during Hurricane Sandy after September 11th. Hurricane Sandy, probably the most scariest things I lived through in my entire life. So this is called the Wavertree. This ship is called the Wavertree, and then behind it, we have the Ambrose. I don't think the Peking is here anymore. I think the Peking went back to Liverpool, where it was made. Thanks for subscribing, Kevin. You're moving to Brooklyn. Awesome. That's a good choice. Correct. Fulton Fish Market. Well, the former site of the Fulton Fish Market's right over there. This is Pier 17, and we're going to see the Brooklyn Bridge right now. We're going to walk out onto the end of the pier here. This is a real ship. Yeah, this is a real ship. This is a real ship. But this is the Ambrose. Right here, this is kind of like a lighthouse ship. And I want to say this dates back to 1908. I could be wrong. I'm going to find out right now. This is stuff I try to memorize. Yes, 1908. This ship dates back to 1908. And it's a lighthouse ship. Is it worth to live in New York? In my personal opinion, it is very worth it to live in New York. There's no other place I could live. Oh, wow, waitress. That's pretty historic. And here we are, coming up to the East River again with our Brooklyn Bridge shot coming up. How's this for a review, guys? How is this for a review? Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge, and downtown Brooklyn. We just came from across the way there. Good to see you, Chicago amigo. Welcome to New York, your dream city. And I'll show them the traffic on the BQE. We'll try. That is a winning view indeed. See, the watchtower sign now says welcome. Welcome to Brooklyn. There's your temperature check. 3 Celsius. It's 5 something and it's 38 degrees Fahrenheit. It's very peaceful down here. Very peaceful down here, Debbie. Downtown Brooklyn. A little chilly out here, CB, but I'm staying warm, keeping warm, walking around, talking to all of you beautiful people. So gorgeous indeed. Well, you're here right now with me. Nicholas with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Nicholas, for the $9.99. Bought me a 6-pack of beer. Good to see you, Lizzie. I'm glad you're enjoying the view. Spectacular indeed, Sharon. Welcome. Thank you so much for the super chat. -3 on Lindenham, St. Anne's. Welcome, James. You guys are awesome. Only an hour late, Stitzy. Good to see you. So here, Beto, the subways run. The water gets as deep as about 70 feet here. So think like 90 feet. This goes 90 feet underneath the river. And there's 3 subway lines that go underneath here. There's the yellow line, the red line, and the green line. And the blue line, actually. And the blue line, too, the A train. There's 4 subway tunnels right here in this general area. Is that Pier Ken of Street Fighters fights? I don't think so, Memo. A beautiful view indeed. But you know what, Memo? If you stay tuned, I will go to the Mortal Monday corner and scream Mortal Kombat. For all you 90s kids out there, if you remember Mortal Mondays, we're going to relive Mortal Mondays today. The Verrazano does look tiny from here. Yeah, that's my neighborhood. That's where I live. Way down over there, there's the 14th longest suspension bridge in the world. Longest suspension bridge in North America. Longer than the Golden Gate by 62 feet. That is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. And then you see this building over here, this concrete building lit up in white. That is the ventilation shaft for the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Yeah, don't forget the $19 toll. Yeah, right. Mortal Kombat, yes. Anywhere else I'm going to go? I'm going to go all over the place, Adrian. I'm going to go all over the place. But if I would live anywhere other than New York, I probably would live in either Toronto or Savannah, Georgia. Try to figure that one out, folks. Either New York, Toronto, or Savannah, Georgia. You have one of the most expensive bridges to cross in the world. There's the New York City ferry making its way over to Dumbo and Brooklyn Bridge Park. How do you make a donation? Well, you can either give me a super chat here on YouTube or go over to my PayPal, paypal.me/DutchMoz, and there I get 100% of your donation. And tips are always appreciated. So what's the most dangerous part of New York? Probably East New York. There's a neighborhood called The Hole. Those are pretty dangerous neighborhoods. Toronto is cool, just like New York. It's a lot cleaner. New York all the way. So it's like an RV over the bridge. $37. Jesus, that's expensive. Good to see you, Seb, out there in Greece. Yasu, Greece. UFO? No, not a UFO. Yeah, we hit 300. We were at 320 something. Let's just hang out here and enjoy the view here before we start walking around again. But we will go to Mortal Monday. We will go out there. You know, you can't make a one-horse town. That's right. Is Bronx safe? Is the Bronx safe? The Bronx, lots of parts of the Bronx are very safe today. There's some areas, just like in Brooklyn, that are not safe also. You just got to be careful. You know, it can be dangerous anywhere, so just always remember that. When you're in the city, PayPal French. I don't think PayPal is French, but welcome. Used to live in Princess Bay, Staten Island. That's a nice neighborhood. It's a fancy neighborhood. What did I do? What did I want to be when I was a kid? I really wanted to be a pilot when I was a kid. But later on, I wanted to work in television, and then I wanted to be a tour guide, and I became a tour guide. Good to see you, Dawn. Welcome. I know it should say lit until 3 Kings Day, waitress. I thought that was usually how the trees worked here in New York. They would stay lit until 3 Kings Day. Good to see you, Joe. It's okay with a bloody typo. It's okay. It happens. Oh, it's still way better than in the 80s and 90s. Absolutely, yes. Here's Pier 17. The new mall here at Pier 17. Oh, we can see a train. There's a subway train going over the Manhattan Bridge right now, off in the distance. Look at that. There's a subway train. Thank you so much, Debbie. Exactly, Kiki. Good to see you, Mr. Fox. From here. As we watch a subway train go over the Manhattan Bridge. Off in the distance. You can see Jane's Carousel at the bottom of the screen right now. I'm glad you're enjoying my energy. Look at that beautiful Brooklyn Bridge right there. Yeah, so cool looking. There you go, Meryl. Yeah, you never know where life's going to take you, Meryl. Any tips for people planning to move to New York? Save lots of money. That is awesome, right? Last time you was in the city, you felt like, it really felt like a city, yeah. Yeah, New York is kind of muted, kind of quieted down right now, but we're going to come back. We're going to come back. I'm not worried about it. Your Coke dealer used to live right here. That's a pretty expensive Coke dealer space. Good to see you, Jorgen. I'm glad you're enjoying the view. Let's make our way up to Wall Street. Let's see if the tree is gone. I'm gonna like scream. Where's the church? The churches are up on Broadway. Good to see Esteban from Chile. Have not been here since Hurricane Sandy. Oh yeah, it's changed a lot. Oddly enough, Hurricane Sandy kind of helped the South Street Seaport area revitalize. So a lot really did came out of that, amazingly enough. You felt like you're here, lived in Rhode Island. 3-hour ride. Oh yeah, it's a pretty bit of a drive. Planning on moving back when you retire? Yeah, come on back. We ain't going nowhere. You're getting a Michiganian English exam here in Greece. I wish you luck indeed, yes. You're here with your family in 2015, awesome. I think Three Kings Day is January 6th, I'm not 100% sure. Tennessee with a $5 super sticker. Thank you so much, Tennessee, for the $5 super sticker. Good to see you, Ken. The city was taking down trimmings. Oh, that's so sad. I can't believe they're taking down all the decorations already. I can't believe they're taking down the decorations already. It's not even Three Kings Day. They usually keep them up after Three Kings Day, and then the weekend after Three Kings Day, that's when they usually take down all the decorations. But if they're taking them down now, that's kind of sad. Good to see you, Myrna. Thank you for the information. We're going to go there right now, and we'll all cry together, because it was a beautiful tree. I have to say, the Wall Street tree this year was definitely more beautiful than the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. Good to see you, Stephanie. Welcome. There you go, Mr. Fox. Yeah. They had a crane and a net. Oh, man. That's so sad. Good to see you, James. They took down the decorations on the 6th. Wow. What, isn't today only the 4th? It was a gorgeous tree, yeah. So super chats here on YouTube are at the bottom of the chat screen. It's that little dollar sign. And also go to my PayPal, paypal.me/DutchMoss. Good to see you, Joanna. From Brazil. Boa noite, Brazil. Prep for Valentine's Day already. We're at 2 days' time. Wow. It's insane. You keep your decorations up until the middle of January. Yeah, Blondie, that's how most people do it. One of my favorite spots to eat. Right across the street. El Luchadores. Tacos versus burritos. I always get the burrito. The burrito always wins. They used to have an Airstream trailer outside this place, but I guess not anymore. Yeah, Trinity Church is up on Broadway and Wall Streets. So that's kind of a few blocks away, about 6 blocks away from here. Yeah, maybe, Myrna. Maybe. Long live the burrito indeed. Oh my God, Cowboy Coney with a $5 super chat. Canadian, it's a $5 Canadian. Thank you so much, Cowboy Coney, for the $5 Canadian. New York's top tour guide, Dutchman. That's right, thank you so much. You went to the South Bronx. And I've never been scared there, but I never live streamed from there. Good to see you, Shields. Welcome. Happy New Year. Which is New York's most dangerous spot? We were just answering that a bunch of times already. Good to see you, Red. Deep in Brooklyn and deep in the Bronx. But thank you so much, Cowboy Coney, for the $5. Canadian. I love that neon. Whenever I work downtown, I'm always getting lunch in there. I actually did a live stream where I ate a burrito from that place and I had the birds all around me. That was a fun live stream. Yeah, East New York, period, yeah. Yeah, tacos and burritos. Tacos and burritos. Yeah, East New York, Ocean Hill, Brownsville. There's a bunch of neighborhoods. That's why I got to give Action Kid a lot of credit. He goes to those dangerous neighborhoods and makes live streams and does videos. Yes, New York City birds are notorious. Is this anybody in this car here? No. And it's oddly parked. That's an oddly parked car. I know there were some neighborhoods over in the Bronx too that are dangerous, and some dangerous neighborhoods in Queens. There are a few places. Let's walk down the quiet back streets here. Hello, Nick from the United Kingdom. These are the real quiet streets. What's my favorite burrito out of the 5? The carne asada. The carne asada. That's my favorite burrito. Best rooftop bars, James. That's very subject because it all depends on the view, and I don't really go to rooftop bars very often. So, all I could tell you is maybe the One Hotel is a good rooftop bar over in Brooklyn. Good to see you, Carol. Is there any dangerous neighborhoods in Manhattan? You're gonna have to go up to Washington Heights. That's kind of sketchy. Yeah, carne asada, right? 180 Maiden Lane. You're more than welcome there, Dalen. 180 Maiden Lane, right across the street. But the One Hotel is a great rooftop bar because there is no dress code. And also, for the most part, you don't need reservations to go there. You can just show up there. Port Authority is horrible. Good evening, Brenda. Take a quick nap, Joe. Thank you so much for tuning on in. Good to see you, Eli. Good to see you, Hakeem. Hakeem from Santa Ana, California. Welcome. Nice weather in Santa Ana, California, unless it's raining. I'm glad you enjoyed me reading all the comments there. I try my best. Welcome, Eli. Welcome to Lower Manhattan. Good to see you, Tennessee D out there in Queens. I was in Queens the other day. We went to the Panorama in Queens. Good to see you, Gigi. I was in Queens the other day. I was in Queens 2 days ago. We went to, oh, that was you in Queens. Oh my God, that's right. Great meeting you there at Tess DC. Tess, I'm just going to call you Tess from now on. Tess, it was great seeing you in the Panorama. I do live in New York, born and raised. Good to see you, Shohar. Yeah, I saw Tess in the Panorama. Tess, you were awesome. It was great seeing you, and I will definitely be coming back again very soon. Hey guys, for everyone who say, "Oh, what does he look like?" There you go. My favorite burrito out of 5 was the carne asada. Good to see you, Jerson's gardening out there in the United Kingdom. Welcome. That was pretty cool. Virtual hugs indeed all around there, Tess. It's 5:50 now. PM, 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Hey, that was yesterday's stream. Check it out. Good to see you, Esteban. No, Gimble's not heavy at all. Actually, this gimbal is lighter than the Osmo 1. Yeah, the burrito I like is the carne asada burrito. Carne asada with black beans, wild rice, and a bunch of other stuff. Ooh, 70 degrees in Florida. Turn on the heat. I know, I'm carrying around 364 people. Y'all are pretty light. Good to see a cash roll. I like Brooklyn, baby, Brooklyn. So this is Wall Street right here. So we're on the corner of Water and Wall Street. So this is how far New Amsterdam comes up. So everything south of here is New Amsterdam. But right here, where I'm pointing the camera, right there, was where the true capital of Wall Street was built on. Right across the street was the site of the municipal slave market. And it was this kind of amazing that this slave market was in use until 1762. Kind of amazing. Good to see you, Mariana, in Brazil. But the true capital of Wall Street was built off of stolen labor. And actually, this plaque, when Mayor de Blasio unveiled this plaque in itself was controversial. Personally, as a tour guide, I appreciate the little things like this, which keeps this history alive. We have to never forget this history because that's right, Black Lives Matter. But some history right here on the corner of Wall and Water. Kind of amazing. And thank you so much, Tess, for the super chat. Next time I come out to Queens, might have to hang out and we'll have a little powwow session and we'll just hang out and chat about living in New York. Am I gonna walk home? Am I walking home again? I don't live here in Manhattan, so I'll be taking the train. This live stream will end when we will hop on the subway. You love New York. Good to see you, Fabiana. Me too. Where am I staying? In the plaza? Wondering what's the best restaurants to go to. There's lots of great restaurants to go to in Midtown, but try to stay over on the west side, over on 8th or 9th Avenues. The better restaurants, you get more bang for your dollar on 8th or 9th Avenues. Okay, now we're going to relive my 90s, my 13-year-old childhood fantasy. We're going to relive right now. In March of 1993, Mortal Kombat 2 was released on all of the consoles, on Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and the handhelds like Game Boy and Game Gear. And they called the release date Mortal Monday. And I remember these commercials were like in my head for months. So let's do the Mortal Kombat right now. How extensive is Manhattan Island? Manhattan Island's roughly the perimeter of Manhattan Island is like roughly 26 miles or 36 miles. Old school indeed. Have I ever tried Jackson Hole in Astoria Boulevard? No, I have not. No, I have not. All right, let's go to the Mortal Kombat corner. You had a Game Boy back in the day? Yeah. Does anyone remember Mortal Monday? Can I show Grand Suro? Don't know what Grand Suro is. I don't even know what that is. All right, let's go down this street here. I love how you read the comments. You're more than welcome, Lizzie. Oh, it'll be awesome. That'll be awesome, Robert. Yeah, before your time. Yeah, 1993, I was 13 years old. And this commercial, did I see the Mortal Kombat movie? Yes, I have. Terrible movie. Yes, please refrain from too many emojis. Great burgers at Jackson Hole. I'm going to have to check that out. It was definitely garbage day. Garbage is very pungent. I definitely would love to go up to Toronto and hang out with Johnny and 4K and all those people.
Yeah.
It'll be a beautiful thing. Well, all the Christmas trees. A lot of Christmas trees here. There's a lot of Christmas trees in that garbage. There's like 15 Christmas trees in there. Yeah. Johnny Cage. Yeah, Johnny Strides is a pretty fun live streamer. Oh my God, we're here. Oh my God. So here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it. The infamous intersection. Actually, am I at the right one here? Let's see. Oh yeah, I am at the right one. I came through the opposite direction. So the kid stands right here in the middle of this intersection, and he goes, Mortal Kombat! And then the kids come running from up the street here, and the kids come running from up the street here, and the kids come running up from the street here, and they all collect right here in the middle of the intersection. There's even a flagpole. There's a flagpole down there that shows a fist. That shows a fist. And the kids all gather here for Mortal Kombat. God damn it, Mortal Monday. Mortal Monday. 1993 was a junior sailor off of the USS Enterprise. Awesome. Thank you for your service there, Merrill. Remember that feel of style? Remember Mortal Monday? Mortal Kombat was coming out on all the systems. Oh my God. I got it on both Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis because that's how spoiled I was. I never forget, I was saving up all my money for months. And then of course I got the Sega Genesis version first, and then later on I got the Super Nintendo version. The commercial, it was a TV commercial, Ken. Just look up Mortal Monday and you'll find the commercial. Good to see you, Norman. This is the first time you're hearing about Mortal Monday. Well, if you were a kid in the 90s, it was a big deal. If you were a kid of the 90s and you loved Mortal Kombat, it was kind of a big deal. Yes, we are going to the World Trade Center. Yes, we are going to the World Trade Center. I think we might end at the World Trade Center because I will use their facilities before I hop on the subway. They're good times, right, John? You was a kid in the 80s. Yeah, I was a baby in the 80s. I was a baby. M. Shohar with a $4.99 super sticker. Thank you so much, M. Shohar, for the $4.99. Just found me, subscribe. Thank you so much, Daylin. Yeah, make sure you have that notification bell turned on because I never know when I'm going to go live next. Oh, look at this. I think this is our tree. It smells great, but it's kind of sad. Wow. My live streams are lots of energy, yes. I think this is our tree. I'm going to cry when I don't see this tree when I round the corner here. Oh no. You remember Pac-Man and asteroids. You're dating yourself there, Ken. Yeah, W2. I think we're not going to see that tree. Very sad. Thank you for turning on the subscription bell. Oh, that was like the best tree. Oh, wow. That fast. You ready, guys? Here we go. The grand reveal. Aww. Well, it was a beautiful tree while it lasted. I'm happy we got to see it a couple of times. It was definitely the best tree of 2020. Good to see you, W2. Welcome back. It was definitely the best tree. What do you miss the most that can't happen right now? Live performance. I love live performance. A lot of my friends do live performance, and that's what I'm missing. Yeah. Well, it had a good run. The tree had a good run, I have to say. Yeah, not a trace. well, around the corner there was a trace. But it was definitely a great tree. Definitely a beautiful, beautiful tree. And here's the stock exchange, and here comes an ambulance. Yep, called Fearless Girl. I will take the subway at the end of the live stream. I always end the live stream hopping on the subway. So let's say hello to our friend, Fearless Girl. Her birthday is coming up. Her birthday is coming up in a few months. And look, she got a mask on too. If Fearless Girl could wear a mask, you could wear a mask too. Good to see you from Germany, Nico. How we doing? I missed the tree too. I missed the tree too. It was dismantled yesterday. Ah, well. Next year. Her birthday is International Women's Day. International Women's Day. It's her birthday, and I celebrated her first year at her original spot, and the artist Kristen Visbal was there, and we had an interview with her. Good to see you, Lenski. So you want to go see the bull go on? The bull's right down the block over here. What about the Rockefeller Center? Christmas tree is still up and I believe still lit. What do they do once it's dumped? I think they chop it up and make it into mulch. The tree makes me want to watch the Lorax movie. Happy New Year, Maria. We're not going to Times Square. That's about 6 miles from here. There's going to be probably 4 other people live streaming Times Square tonight anyway. Say hello to Sharon and James from the United Kingdom. Good to see you, Sharon and James, out here from Broad Street, here in Lower Manhattan. The Wall Street tree was the best tree of the season. I think the owl is doing very well. Really, the Rockefeller Center tree came down on the 2nd. Wow, there's nothing left. That's kind of amazing. Joe Biden actually lives in Delaware, so he lives in a completely different state. Brandenburger tots, there you go. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked too, W2. I feel bad for all the families that celebrate Three Kings Day. To be honest. Good to see you, Giuseppe, out there in Italy. Buongiorno, Italy. Good to see you, James. I know, they took down the tree so early. Going to watch another YouTuber who lives in the United Kingdom. Awesome. Have I seen any famous people? All the time. I see famous people all the time. Just took a 2-hour nap. Good to see you, Jessica. Been walking around to find Joe Biden, dude. Oh, he's like all obsessed with politics, this guy. Oh, no, not that one. Hold on. There we go. Oh, obsessed with Joe Biden, that guy. Obsessed. Oh, I have tried Los Tacos. That's seriously one of the best taco places. Good to see Alina in Germany. Guten Tag, Germany. Take us to the bull. We're going to the bull, baby. Good to see a Rudler. Have I seen any famous people in Manhattan? Yes, many times. Tacos. There you go, Donna. Mike, basically the various places who own the property are in charge of the trees. Yeah, we put him in the bathroom. Had him as a professor in college, awesome. Yeah, pipe down with the politics. No politics. No, there is no Los Tacos 2. There's only Los Tacos number 1. All right. Let's go down Broadway. It looks like there's a lot of tourists down here today. That was a joke. Okay. Got to remember, Mike, when I read the comments sometimes I just kind of lose track of sense of place and moment. Something tells me we're going to have a little crowd around the bull today. Because there seems to be a lot of tourists down here. Amazingly enough, the gift shop is open. Wow. Yeah, that's right, the X28. Going out to Staten Island, or no, actually X28. That's Bay Ridge. That's my neighborhood. Is this 7th Avenue? No, this is not 7th Avenue. This is Broadway. Good to see Oliver out there in the Canary Islands in España. Welcome, Oliver. There you go. There you go. Exactly. There's no tree, but at least the bull has some balls. Let's see how many people are hanging out around the bull. Welcome, Selena. A lot of us here in New York call him Morris the Bull because he's here on Morris Street. So I like to call him Morris the Bull. Yeah, again, don't mess with the bull's balls. You want to grab the bull by the horns. That's more symbolic. Let me quickly grab the bull by the horns here while I have a moment. That the only tourists in town are here. See, think of him like a chocolate, like a chocolate bunny. He is hollow. He's made of copper, and we're gonna wait for a little moment here so we can say hello to Morris. But here's the story. Basically, a few days before before Christmas break in 1989, artist Arturo DeMonica left the bull in front of the stock exchange. Nobody knew who placed it there, but people were like, wow, this thing costs money to move around. Mayor Ed Koch had the bull moved to the tow pound lot up in Midtown, and they were going to melt it down for scrap metal. But luckily, the workers of the New York Stock Exchange got the money together to have the bull placed where it is today. And 5 years later, the artist Arturo DeMonica comes out and he says, hey, I made the statue, and it is a gift for the city of New York. So all of us New Yorkers own it, and it's kind of amazing. Out of Ulmer Park, there you go. Yes, yeah, right, Ken? All right, let's quickly grab the bull by the horns. Good to see you, my friend. I love the story too, and always grab the bull by the horns. That's the good luck. All right, don't grab the bull by the balls because you'll get 7 years bad luck. And now everyone is touching the bull by the horns. Let me get out of there because people were listening to me. I always seem to get groups of people lately now. I guess the tourists are back in New York. No, that bull is 3 times the size of a normal bull, so it's quite exaggerated. Yeah, no licking the balls either. It's always by the horns. Yes. Yeah, exactly. The top of the bull's horns are polished by people like me touching it all the time. So we just saw Fearless Girl, DN. We just came from the Fearless Girl. Good to see our Ralph Rosa. Yep, all New Yorkers own the bull. Like the Maimonides. Wow, Myrna. Not too many people know about the Maimonides shoe. Wow, Myrna. You must be a Brooklyn girl. Good to see you, Bernardo in Italy. Buongiorno, Italy. As we now go up Broadway. Yeah, Fearless Girl got moved a few years ago. About 2 years ago, actually. Because there was too much traffic. And then eventually the bull's going to be moved to in front of the stock exchange also. Oh, Montreal. Wow, and you know about the Maimonides shoe? That's kind of amazing. Come on, you got it, Ken. Yep, retired dispatcher out of the Gleason Depot. And Montreal's a beautiful city. Montreal's a very beautiful city. All right, let's make our way down to Zuccotti Park and say hello to our friend Double Check, created by artist Stuart Johnson Stewart back in 1983. September 11th survivor. Yeah, Fearless Girl used to be in front of the bull. Exactly, John. But Fearless Girl was moved out of safety and not because of the artist. The crowds around the bull and Fearless Girl were getting a little bit too crazy, so they had the statue moved down to in front of the stock exchange. As we come up on Trinity Church. Oh yeah, yeah. No, the Fearless Girl was pretty well safe. She is kind of built into the sidewalk or the street, if you can imagine. Here's Trinity Church. Alexander Hamilton is buried right down the road over here. So you see where that black tent is? That's where Alexander Hamilton's buried. Right there. As somebody smokes something very nice. It smells like flowers. Kind of reminds me of Amsterdam, that smell. So what bus? No buses, Sharon, go over the Brooklyn Bridge. No buses go over the Brooklyn Bridge. It's a shame the artist can't even use her anymore. Can't even use her own creation anymore. Well, you know, Fearless Girl was supposed to be temporary. Fearless Girl was only supposed to last 2 weeks. But then us New Yorkers fell in love with Fearless Girl. So, kind of became permanent. Trinity Church. Morning, welcome, CB. Good to see you, Sophia. Hey, don't you love the juxtaposition of Trinity Church with all the buildings? And Trinity Church, again, one of those oldest buildings of New York, dating back to just near the end of the British era. So how far am I away from the Brooklyn Bridge? About 1.5 miles to the Center Street entrance to the Brooklyn Bridge. And earlier, William, we actually walked over the Brooklyn Bridge. Why is the tent black? I believe to keep shade on the workers fixing the stonework. I could be wrong. But the workers are updating the stonework on Alexander Hamilton's grave. Want to welcome Sharon. And please no self-promotion on your on the stream. Make your own live stream and give yourself some self-promotion. Can I get the subway back over the Manhattan Bridge? Yes, you can, James. I'm not going to do that personally, but yes, you can. You can take the Q, the N, the B, or the D trains over the Manhattan Bridge. It's all good, W2. It's all good. As we walk north on Broadway. As we approach Zuccotti Park. There's Christmas trees everywhere here in downtown. I hope everyone's having a blessed day too. I hope you're having a blessed day too, Cecilia. How long is the Brooklyn Bridge between the two main towers? It's exactly 1,600 feet. Here's Zuccotti Park. You're more than welcome, Mario. We're going to walk through here in a second. We're going to walk through here in a few moments. I want to say hello to my friend. I want to say hello to my friend first. Thank you so much, Brian. Yeah, I caught a little bit of a hair, I think, from my beard and my mask here. Nope, unfortunately, Ken, it is not possible to walk over the Verrazano Bridge. The Verrazano Bridge has no pedestrian or bicycle access. Very pretty lights. We're going to walk through those pretty lights in a second here. But first, we got to say hello to my friend here. He's been looking for this fountain pen since 1983. How we doing, my friend? Did we find that pen yet? He's been looking for this fountain pen for all these years, even through 9/11. He has been looking for this fountain pen. So originally, this guy was sitting down on the corner over there, and when the towers of the Twin Towers collapsed, people thought he was a real person. The firemen thought he was a real person. And because of those horrible booksellers who sell books here at near the World Trade Center. They had to move them up here to Broadway. No iPhone in there. Got an old school calculator, a tape recorder. He's been looking for this pen forever. I don't know if you can see this. His briefcase here is filled with water. His briefcase is filled with water here. Look at that. His briefcase is filled with water. Hello from Rome. And here is the plaque, in case anyone wants to know. I'll see you later, my friend. I've been talking to this guy for over 20 years. I've been talking to this guy for over 20 years. All right, let's go across the street. Let's go to Zuccotti Park. So this is Zuccotti Park. The reason why this park exists is to allow One Liberty Plaza to be built with no setbacks. He's a very good listener. I could tell him anything that's on my mind, and he will always listen. This is the Equitable building right here. This was the largest office building in the world in 1919. This is where this red sculpture is. This is where the chock full of nuts was. And the guy refused to sell his property, and then they basically waited him out on his lease until 1980 to then complete the park. I don't know if you would like to answer this, but do you know you think I am? Have no idea. Have no idea, Dalen. Have no idea. That's I gotta read your mind comment there. It's devoid of nuts now, yeah. Right. Is there fog, really? It is pretty though. That's right, W2. I aim to please. Very pretty lights. And their Christmas tree is still up. At least we have this Christmas tree still up. Need some snow, yeah. Very pretty. Yeah, Christmas is still going here in Zuccotti Park. And it certainly is pretty. Right, nice scene, right? Very, very pretty out here in Zuccotti Park. Right, like a little forest. Oh, I'm a tour guide, so I got to kind of know my stuff. Exactly. I want a good blizzard so we can live stream in a blizzard. Live streaming blizzards and snowstorms is live streaming gold. Right? I love the lights too. This is Church Street. Yeah, you too, right? Yeah. Yeah, we celebrate Three Kings Day. That's for me too, Jessica. For me too. Good to see you, Bruno. Welcome. You fell asleep and I'm still going. That's right, Brian. I'm still going. It's always funny when people try to sneak up on me live streaming, and then I turn around and just like walk away. Like they try to sneak up on me, and I'm like, yeah, no, sorry. Is it talent if you know of? Yeah, that is talent. If you that I don't know every name of every single skyscraper in New York. Good to see you, Susan, out there in England. Merhaba, Turkey. Yep, it's January 7th. It's Orthodox Christmas. That's right, WT. Yeah, no, don't sneak up on me. This guy was like, could have tried to sneak up on me, and I turned around, and I was like, okay. No. No, I mean that all lives matter. Do you think that? All lives matter is like if I break my arm and then you tell me that you broke your arm too. There's a reason why we say Black Lives Matter, but we're not going to get into that right now. But I see what you're trying to do there. I see you trying to be a little cheeky there, little cheeky monkey there, trying to be funny there. Zoe, your old neighborhood, awesome. Good to see you, Brian. Welcome back. We're not going to get into that whole debate right now, that's for sure. Especially here at the World Trade Center. Oh, that was on, was that the 25th? I don't know when Orthodox Christmas is. But here is the Greek Orthodox Church. The shrine of St. Nicholas, soon to be built. That's right, Adriana. That's a good way of putting it. I will stay on tour, Mike. Yeah, I don't feel like debating people. You know, when people see an audience this big in a live stream, they think it's like their way to I guess, to get attention. I'm really good at deflecting that, so. Oh, it is the 25th. All right, so we missed Orthodox Christmas. Their Christmas tree here is shut off. This is a beautiful Christmas tree when it was lit up. So right now I'm walking up to Liberty Park. And this is basically a park that's built over the entrance to the truck loading dock for the mall beneath us. It's a beautiful art piece done by Dragon 76. Yeah, me too. I love how quiet it is. Very peaceful out here. I love that mural too. Actually, go to my replays because we did see the artist finishing that mural like 2 years ago. Good to see you, Kieran, out there in County Mayo, west coast of Ireland. Thanks for staying up late with me. Do I work in Manhattan? Yes, I work in Manhattan and Brooklyn. I work in Manhattan and Brooklyn. Why is downtown so empty? A couple of reasons. One, all the office space is currently shut down because of the pandemic. And two, it's kind of cold outside. So not too many people out. But remember that we are living in a global pandemic. Good to see you, Uruguay. Yeah, this area is mostly commercial space. So here's the last surviving piece of sculpture art from the original World Trade Center Plaza. Here is Fritz Koving's sphere. Susan, it's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 3 degrees Celsius. Good to see you, Deacon. What, Dalen? Some people can say it, some people cannot, okay. Absolutely, yeah, Ken. Yeah, a lot of people left for the suburbs recently. But yeah, about 90% now work from home in Manhattan. So let's go to the World Trade Centers here. It is January 7th. Okay, awesome, W2, thank you. So here's number 1 World Trade Center. Here's number 7 World Trade Center. That silver structure, that's the entrance to the museum. Number 3 World Trade Center to the left. Number 4 World Trade Center to the right. You walk by that globe. I've had lunch by this globe many times back in the 90s. I used to have lunch in the plaza I used to love the plaza of the original Twin Towers because it was a massive plaza, but it was always empty. So it was always nice to have lunch in the plaza. And there was a big fountain around it. So this used to stand literally between the two Twin Towers. So this is the South Tower right here. The North Tower of the World Trade Center would be right there. And the Globe would be somewhere in that area. But I used to have lunch by this Globe all the time. Yeah, you went to the Sky Bridge. Yeah, we walked through that Sky Bridge the other day, Gorgon. You're more than welcome, Stephanie. But I have a lot of memories. I have a lot of memories with this sculpture here. So, good to see you from Glasgow. Happy birthday, Debbie. Yeah, the Globe survived, amazingly enough. All the time, because it's live streaming, so it's all the time. People look at me crazy. Good to see you there, Live the Walk out there in Canada. Yeah, the plaza was always empty. Even when, I remember when jazz stations, 101.9 used to have the big jazz concerts there, the plaza was still always empty. It was a massive plaza. Me too, Ken, all the time. Your people went to Cleveland and New York, awesome. Yeah, it never, I don't think I'll ever get used, besides the beautiful architecture and all that, I will never get used to coming down here. I will always feel a little sad coming down here because of just the history and everything that's happened here. I've been to the Museum of Modern Art many times. I just got home from work on September 11th, and I watched the Twin Towers, I watched the South Tower collapse from the roof of my building in Brooklyn. Right, remember the concerts by Kiss FM? Yeah, I remember that. You still can't? Yeah, Mike, it's tough. It's tough. That's why I come out here for you guys. I mean, I've been messaged many times by people who can't come down here. First time viewer, impressed with my stories. Thank you so much, Myrna. Arizona from Connecticut. Still miss the East Coast. Come on out, Jerunga. Welcome. But yeah, I will never get used to coming down here. And I have been contacted by so many people who, they physically can't come down here for various reasons. And, at least I show you guys a little bit of what it looks like down here. Here's the beautiful Greek Orthodox Church, designed by Santiago Calatrava. Good to see Mehmet out there in Germany. Go to Nach, Germany. Watch it happen in history class. Wow. Having a flashback. Yeah, it was tough, Zoe. It was really tough. You're more than welcome there, Kiki. There you go, Kieran, you got it, man. You live 3 blocks. Wow. Wow. Yeah, you're in the middle of it, Ken. Ciao, Giuseppe. Ciao. Thank you so much for tuning on in. It was horrendous. Yes, Susan, it was horrendous. And then, mind you, I worked downtown at the time, so I had to come back to work 2 weeks after the Twin Towers collapsed. And if anyone remembers, the Twin Towers site burned for 6 months. So who knows what I breathed in my office on 55 Water Street back then. Who knows what I breathed in. But thank God I didn't get any cancers or nothing like that. Knock on wood. Hey, I was like, knock on the top of my head. Knock on wood. But I remember, I'll never forget the smell. And the subway does go underneath the World Trade Center site, Mysterious. The number 1 train goes directly through the middle of the World Trade Center site underneath Greenwich Street. Oh, you're still here. Awesome. It is the best neighborhood, Ken, no matter what happened. Yeah, the Howard Stern recording's pretty wild. Do I like living out here in New York? Of course I do. No other place I could live. No other place I can live. Right, remember that smell, Ken? I will never, if I ever want to be triggered of that smell, welding and diesel fuel remind me of the smell down here in the months after September 11th. Welding and diesel. And if I smell it in the right way, it will make me cry. Wow, you dodged a bullet there, Mike. Thank you so much, Susan. But yeah, diesel and welding. It smells, that's what this whole place used to smell like. It was horrendous. Yeah, there was a terrible smell. Terrible, terrible, terrible smell. That's a change of topic there, Dalen. Wow, just changing gears, as the news people say. Am I a Giants or a Jets fan? I like to lose, so I'm a Jets fan. That's a changing of topics there. Yeah. You was there in May. Wow. Wow, Paul. Yeah, my last encounter with the Twin Towers was it was on August 17th, 2001. And August 17th, 2001, I went to a concert in Liberty State Park. I went to go see Radiohead and King Cody in Liberty State Park. And I'll never forget taking the ferry over, and I saw a cloud roll off the top of the Twin Towers. And I will never forget that view. And then I remember there was a Sam Goody right about here. And I walked up the street here into the subway next to the Sam Goody. Yeah, Radiohead, Nancy. How about them Knicks? Yeah. I'm more of a Nets fan. How did the smell go away? Well, once the recovery ended here, was concluded, the smell went away. You remembered visiting a bar called Suspenders. Yeah. I actually remember that, Deacon. I remember that place. Good to see Athena. So this is where this street here was reintroduced in the New World Trade Center. This is Greenwich Street, and this is where the number 1 train runs. And then here's Memorial Plaza, which is closed now. Memorial Plaza closes around 5 o'clock in the evening now. So the towers in 1999, yeah. They're beautiful. I mean, I never really liked the Twin Towers until I got to see them one morning going home from work. I was on the Brooklyn Bridge at sunrise, and the buildings were this amazing orange color, and they looked like gold, and I'll never forget that. And then after that, I fell in love with the towers, and then I learned about the engineering behind the Twin Towers, and that was even more amazing. I think the engineering of the towers made me love the towers more. He said it was the most humane moment of his life, and he fought in World War II. Wow. It's a very quiet night in New York. South Ferry to Woodlawn, that's right, Paul. But this is the South Tower right here. And to give you an approximation of where the towers actually stood, the memorial pool is actually within the footprint of the original Twin Towers. So the last row of trees, before you touch all those names on the fountains, that is where the wall of the towers would have been, was right there. So when you touch those names, you are within the footprints of the World Trade Center. And we could see our survivor tree across the way. There's, in the center of the screen, there's our Calipari. I always can't pronounce it. Calipari pear tree. There's our pear tree that survived both collapses of the World Trade Center. Actually, that pear tree used to be planted right about there between the old shorter buildings over there. I try not to cry here too, Stephanie. It's very easy for me to get lost in the moment, but you know, your dad used to take you to the Twin Towers. Yeah, right, yeah. It's tough, W2. It's tough. You're not even from New York and you know the subway. Yeah, you're definitely a subway fan there, Paul. Yeah. Yeah, for me, I mean, I went to the museum. Yeah, the pear tree survived. That's why it's called Survivor Tree, Myrna. Survivor Tree, and then it's been placed here within the plaza. All the other trees here in the plaza are white swamp oak trees. Yeah, they were a big deal when they were getting built. Oh yeah, W2. Yeah, 20 years, Ryan. Isn't it amazing? For me, it feels like yesterday. Never let go of anger for those who want to destroy democracy. Absolutely. Retired firefighter, thank you for your service. It is crazy. Yeah, it is crazy, Adriana. You're more than welcome, respect. New Yorkers are so strong, Kat. Yeah, thank you so much, Sarah, Josh. Yeah, I mean, my mom used to always tell me about how it was working downtown, watching the Twin Towers go up. My mom actually remembers the old Radio Row that was here. So these streets that I'm walking right now, this used to be a whole little collection of streets here where you could buy vacuum tubes and all that cool stuff. And this is called Radio Row. The first section of the World Trade Center opened up in 1972. So construction began in 1959. Yeah, an express bus. Wow, wow. So the Twin Towers from Newark International Airport in 1994. It must have been a beautiful sight. That was a very cool view leaving from Newark International. Wow, wow, that's wild walking. That was a pretty scary day. Pretty scary day. I didn't sleep for 50-something hours because I came home from work. So I was just up for the whole day and then into the next day. Your dad used to get all supplies, CB supplies from Radio Row. Yeah, this was the place to get them. This was the place to get them. So here you have this structure being built here. This is the soon-to-be World Trade Center Performing Arts Center. Wow, you wasn't alive when the towers fell. You're young. Wow, Gorgon, you're young. Because we're strong, as Cuomo says, as Governor Cuomo says, we're loving, we're strong, we're compassionate, we're New York tough. We keep going. It is nice to be here, Ken. I'm glad you're enjoying this. You had your office after the incident. They closed your office in Vancouver after the incident. Wow. You turned 50 on that day, Ron. Wow. That's your birthday. Wow. I always think about people's birthdays on 9/11. That must be so tough. You was 20? Me too. I was 21. There's one remnant of Radio Row on Murray Street. Really? What's on Murray Street? I don't know. You was 21. Yeah, Sticks and Stones. We're the same age. 1972, 1973 it was built. Correct, Mike. Shall we go into the Oculus? You always wonder how long after the fall of the World Trade Center New Yorkers go back to work. Well, some of us went back to work just a few weeks later. Oh, CT Electronics. Yeah, that is a Wow. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, Debbie. Let's go a little bit more around here. Have a look for yourself. There's this shell. Oh, there's a shell of its former self. Okay, I might not go see it. It's kind of sad. Let's go. Let's see if the illuminations is still turned on. Let's see if the illuminations is still turned on. Wish you could meet me a sound. Oh, Susan, yeah, you come on one of my tours. Feel free to send me a direct message on Twitter. You heard TC Electronics, yes. Let's go see illuminations and see what that looks like. And then we'll come back and we'll end the live stream in the Oculus because I need to go to the bathroom. Awesome, Mighty Max. Awesome. Yeah, the museum was very good. You know, I went to the museum only once. I wasn't able to really, I couldn't handle the museum. I was in the World Trade Center Museum for all of about 45 minutes. 45 minutes before I had to leave. I couldn't handle it. You can listen to me all night. Thank you so much, Leslie. I'm glad you're enjoying the live stream. You know, we always remember, we never forget. You know? And I know years from now I will look back on these live streams and, you know, it's a nice little memory for me personally of being down here and more importantly showing you guys all this. They do allow video in the museum, Josh, but I've tried live streaming there. You can't really live stream from there because you are underground. So there's no signal underground. Where's Spider-Man? In a comic book. Spider-Man is currently in a comic book. Or a movie. Depending on what iteration of Spider-Man you like. Good to see you, Mike. Welcome. Yeah, didn't think about that, yeah. Found out your sister-in-law and your nephew had never been to that museum. Live streaming, you live in isolation, 4-tier Liverpool. Good to see a poll out there in Liverpool. Liverpool, Liverpool. There's something about the air in Liverpool. Good to see you there, Ryan. I'm glad you're enjoying the history. Here's some more history. Good to see you, Ian. Now, when they built the original World Trade Center site, in order to get down to bedrock, they had to dig 70 feet down to bedrock to create the foundation for the Twin Towers. Well, when they dug that deep, they dug down and they excavated some 2.7 million cubic yards of dirt and debris. You know what they did with all that dirt and debris? They placed it right across the way over there. And everything on this side of West Street is all built on landfill created from the original World Trade Center construction. I do get around Mason. Bloody Tier 3 lockdown. So sorry to hear that. Did they find Fred and Barney? No, they did not. No, they did not. They did find, though, a ship that dated back to the British era. They did find the hull of a ship that dated back to the British era. You played the Cavern Club? Wow, that's pretty awesome. I heard the Beatles played there. Isn't that crazy? This whole neighborhood is built off of the landfill created from the original World Trade Center construction. Kind of amazing. 2.7 million cubic yards of dirt and debris. And a British ship. What, did you think I was going to walk out into the street? What, are you stupid? Carl honks his horn at me. Think I'm going to walk out into the street. These guys over here are funny over here. You're enjoying the stream. It brings back some memories of the time. Awesome. That's what we're here for. Yep, there was a big art piece called created in the beach, and then there was another art piece that was all these willows were there, and they were like harvesting. They were harvesting wheat. Yep, West Side Highway is such a nightmare. Jimmy Hoffa was not here. No, he was not. So now we're in West Street, impatiently waiting for the light so we can cross. Let's go inside the Winter Garden. I do know my history. I'm a tour guide. Yeah, each building can tell a completely different story. Each building does have its own story. I like the blue light on that bike. Kind of cool. I'm glad I'm making you laugh. That's my job. My job is to make you laugh. So let's enter the World Financial Center. I will never call this place Brookfield Place. This spot will always be the World Financial Center for me. There we go. Ooh, it's nice and warm in here. Ooh, it's warm in here. Hello, Joel. Welcome to New York. Yeah, no, John. No. Good to see you, Ryan. Thank you so much for tuning on in. Oh, Illuminations is still here. Are we really buffering? Oh, no. How's the signal, guys? Let me know how the signal is. Good to see you, blooming darling. Good? All right, we'll keep going. This thing is cool. Froze for a couple of freezes. Okay, that makes sense. Signal good now. Thank you so much, Dave. How cool is this? Good now. Awesome. Let's just enjoy this illuminations here. Luminaries. And this is on view until the 10th of January. Awesome. I keep freezing. Do I really keep freezing? If I keep freezing, I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna go back outside. Okay. Let's get out of here. This is like a mall. Yes. This is just like a mall. It's a high-end mall. I remember when this mall was completely empty back in the 90s. So I'm not getting any signal issue indicators on my end, but I'm going to leave the building here. Signal here, but I know I have a little dead signal just outside of here. So we're going to go back. They're playing a very fancy version of I'll Be Home for Christmas. They're playing the high-end version of I'll Be Home for Christmas. Laura O'Connor with a $4.99 super chat. I will grab a coffee, Laura. Aloha from Hawaii. Thank you so much for the. All right. The ones I passed the pillars, right? Okay. Yeah, that's where the signal gets weird. Laura, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you so much. All right. The final act of our show is now upon us. Let's enter the Oculus and hop on the subway, as we always do. We're going to walk past Memorial Plaza again, and we're going to make our way to the winged object off in the distance. Here's some food for thought. With 4 degrees of global warming, there'll be this much water here. That water will be freaking deep. Holy cow. That's some food for thought right there. Wow. Water will be like 4.5 feet here. That's kind of scary. Hopefully we don't rise 4 degrees. All right, let's go swimming. I want to show you guys the old subway entrance, Nabul. I want to show you the old subway entrance. Yeah, isn't that amazing there, W2? Yeah, get my scuba gear ready. Yeah, we're gonna see if we could see the old subway entrance here. I want to enter through that way. Food for thought indeed. COVID-19 and floods. What's next? A meteor. Get your swimming trunks on indeed. Cat Rock with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Kat, for the $10. You're more than welcome for the wonderful tour. More exciting adventures to come. Fireball, Mickey D's, yeah. Do I know Action Kid? I have watched his streams many times. And I know he watches me. So, and I give Action Kid a lot of credit. He goes to some really dangerous neighborhoods. So, I watch Action Kid and I watch Urbanist. If anyone wants to know. But thank you so much there. Kat, you definitely rock. Here's the World Trade Center Memorial. Sorry, here's the World Trade Center Performing Arts Center again. That's funny, John. Yeah, many streamers watching, I know. Who will be the first to go to the... Who's going to be the first to go to the Queen's Museum this week? Who will be the first to go to the Queen's Museum? Good to see you, Sandy. Welcome. Now, I know they don't like having me walk through the Oculus, but... And run in! Oh my God! Ron N with a $20 super sticker. Ron, thank you so much for the $20, man. You guys are far too kind. Thank you so much, Ron. Thank you so much. Thank you, all you guys who give super chats. You know, again, I don't really do these tours for the numbers or the super chats, but if this brings you some peace and more importantly, a little bit of a distraction from the everyday, my job is done. And if you cannot contribute financially, always give the video a thumbs up. You're more than welcome, Ron. Ron, you're so welcome, man. I try to be informative. Oh, and by the way, a little disclaimer. When we were in Queens the other day, I did say that the panorama of New York City cost $100 million. It does not cost $100 million. It cost $600,000 when it was built in 1964. So I wanted to say hundreds of thousands of dollars, not hundreds of millions of dollars. So I stand corrected. The panorama of New York City cost $600,000 to build. Sorry about that. I get caught up in the live stream sometimes. It's all good, W2. It's all good. This is where all the dreams are made of and all the nightmares are fulfilled. Yeah, the panorama completely overwhelmed me with facts. and plus seeing tests there and everything, it was all good. Yeah, beard check. I'm in Santa level now. I'm in Santa level. I'm glad you enjoyed, James. Thank you so much, Tom. Yeah, I was a few $100 million off. So this is the Oculus, Jeremy. We're going to go inside this right now. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome, Michelle. Myrna, out there in Canada with a $5 Canadian super chat. Thank you so much, Myrna, for the $5 Canadian. Much appreciated. You guys are awesome. You guys bought me beer, bought my subway fare. I know, pocket change, W2, pocket change. Now let's go inside the Oculus here, get some views inside of here, and then hop on the train. It's always 50-50 whether I can live stream from inside of here, even though I have sent emails to Westfield Group, to the Downtown Alliance, and they all said I'm allowed to live stream from in here, but the security guards don't necessarily know that. So we're going to find out right now. Thank you so much, Sandy. Oh, look at how beautiful. Look at how beautiful. I love Junior's cheesecake. It's the best cheesecake around. Here's our Oculus, designed by Santiago Calatrava. Judith with a $5 super chat. You're more than welcome, Judith. I'm glad you enjoyed the live stream. Right, love coming in here, looking out. Yes, it is huge. It is huge. Now, if it's open, I'm going to show you guys something really cool. You've been here, you loved it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool space. I've never tried Eileen's cheesecake, no. I'm so sorry to hear that, Christine. So we're going to enter the subway entrance through the cool side here, and hopefully it's open. Yep, we're at the World Trade Center now, right now, meow. This is all exit area. Oh, I gotta go to the other side. Oh, can I do that? Let's do that. Oh, that's the call button. Oh, this is an out only. They've updated this. This is out only. So I can only go down through one side and up through another side. So let's go down. We got to go down one level here. This place reminds me of like something out of Star Trek. Meryl with a $10 super chat. Compliments of the Navajo code talkers of World War II. Meryl, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. And I'm honored to get a super chat from the code talkers from World War II. This is one of my favorite architectural pieces, is this floating walkway right here. Oh, it's still closed. Damn it. Unfortunately, the World Trade Center, the original piece of the World Trade Center entrance is still closed. Oh, Thurman with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much there. You're more than welcome for the tour. More exciting adventures to come. Ah, so if we go up in this direction here, this is the entrance for the E train, and that's original World Trade Center complex right up in there. I've showed it many, many times. I wanted to show it today. Yeah, hopefully when it reopens, we're going to see it. Hopefully when it reopens, we will definitely see that. Boo! Okay. I wanted to show you guys the last little piece of the World Trade Center, but next time, let's hop on that train. Let's hop on the subway. I don't know why they closed it, Jeremy. Yeah, darn COVID, yeah. Try to go through the E train, yes. Yeah, I know. I don't know why it's closed, Walken. It makes no sense why it's closed. Is that my train? Oh, just left. Whatever train that was, it just left. I have been streaming for 2 hours and 41 minutes. I always wondered what those blue things are. They're like little things to stand on. Hello, welcome. Oh, I need an Omni card. This is a Metro card. Train sim memories, yeah. Again. There we go. Had no idea that was it. Judith, it's pretty cool. How many? You got 8 minutes with me. You have 8 minutes. Ask me any questions you want. I love doing that joke. This is a fun tour today. Hello, Nicole. Hang on out with that. Don't worry about the lockdown. It's all for the better. We will make it through together, Nicole. We will make it through together. Just be patient. You have 8 more minutes with me, correct. I'll show you some of the art in this. What's my favorite color? Blue. Boxers are brief. Boxers. Good to see Alicia. I won't drive the train. Kudos to the mods indeed, Myrna. Kudos to the mods indeed. Here's some history right here. Ken Long, thank you so much for the $3 super chat. Thank you so much for the $3. I'm glad I brought back some memories for you. Here's a nice old memory. The Hudson Tubes. So much fun indeed. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the stream. It's all good, Thurman. It's all good. Who's driving the subway? Not me. Yeah, I know the lockdown's really depressing, guys, but hang in there. We will make it out together. What about boxers? Boxers are great dogs. Boxers are fantastic dogs, as it's officially 7 o'clock here in New York. Yeah, Hudson Tubes, that was the name of it before it was called the PATH train. Yeah, the light is at the end of the tunnel. You're more than welcome, Blondie. We will get out together. We will make it through this together. And I will do my best to entertain you guys from right here in New York City. I will do my best. Are we going to wait in the blizzard? Maybe. Not like last night. Oh yeah, we go to Coney Island. We go down here by Coney Island. Awesome. I've never done a walk with Action Kid. No. Excuse me. Never done a walk with Action Kid. The platforms in the 50s were a lot smaller than they are now. The MTA, Metropolitan Transportation Authority. Correct. Go eat dinner. Enjoy dinner. Ooh, it's 4 o'clock where you are in the West Coast. Shout out to the Navajo talkers. I'm not going to drive the train. No, I'm not going to drive the train. I learned my lesson last night, CB. I learned my lesson last night driving the train. Not going to do the sim game. No. England, you need some Pringles, a beer. I feel that, and a dartboard. That sounds good, like a good plan there, Paul. You don't just exactly W2. A 9.0 for that very light burp. How long to get home? It takes me about a half hour to get home from here, Kat. Takes me about a half hour. Doesn't take very long at all. Even though I should have went to the bathroom, but I could hold it. I will be fine. How far is Manhattan from Coney Island? Roughly 14 miles, Sharon. Roughly 14 miles. The simulation was last night. Was fun last night. You pick it up your uncle, your Uncle Vinny vibe over here. Hey, you got an Uncle Vinny vibe over here. You got a little Uncle Vinny vibe over here. My Uncle Vinny over there. Grab some White Claws and jump in that Peterbilt. You got it. Yes, crisps. It's weird science. There's far less commuters. Yeah, it's this COVID time, Kat. That's why there's so few people down here. In normal times, there'll be a lot more people down here. Good to see you, Cobalt. I'm glad you enjoyed the live stream. Pringles is pretty good. I like Pringles. No buskers. There's usually not too many buskers in this station. Historically, there's normally not too many buskers in this station. The subway shuts down at 1 o'clock in the morning now to clean up the trains. The subway shut down at 1 o'clock in the morning, and then they reopen at 5 in the morning. Rats are not overrunning the city. I'll be careful, Stephanie. It looks a lot closer that I'm on the edge than I actually am. Can't imagine. Yeah, right? Where's my train? On the way, Jeremy. 3 minutes away. It is pretty empty there, Theremin. Black Rabbit are great buskers. Check them out. I will. I will stay safe, Susan. It's okay, Cobalt. Next time, this is where you access the E subway station. A new corridor created after September 11th. A very nice way to switch trains. I've used that many times. 2 minutes until my train comes here. While doing these live streams, it's always fun. Your trains always come fast. Nice. Got about 2 minutes. This station here actually mostly survived intact. There was a few feet of water on the train tracks, and a little bit further down, some of the pilings from the World Trade Center pierced the tunnel from in this kind of angle like that. The one train station underneath Cortlandt Street was completely destroyed. Yeah, this is Braille. Yeah. This is Braille. I will enjoy my evening, Blondie. You guys made my evening a lot of fun tonight. You guys really made the broadcast a lot of fun. And we'll do it again tomorrow. We'll do her again tomorrow. Oh, here it comes. Or this is coming from the other direction. Oh, whoops, not my train. Coming from the other direction. Yep. Tomorrow, I don't know what time, but I'll be on tomorrow. Make sure you got that. Make sure you got that notification bell turned on, because I really don't know when I'm going to go live next. Yes, I am a licensed New York City tour guide for everyone who wants to know. We're almost there, John. We're almost there. Last night the trains rode right past me. I know. We weren't even drinking and we missed the trains. You're more than welcome, W2. Here it is. Do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen. Have a fantastic New York day, whether you live here or not. I want you to hug your loved ones. I want you to cherish the moments. And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. right, folks. Good to see you, Tess. Nighty night. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats. Thank you for all the love. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for tuning on in. You guys were so nice to me tonight. I'm always grateful for every single one of you beautiful people. Nighty night, folks.
The next stop is Rector Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Auf Wiedersehen.